if you want to give advice to someone else, you have to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. Be careful who you listen to. They have to be credible, because otherwise you're not going to take their advice serious. It's just like that. It's human nature. Hey, I'm Sven, co-founder of Digistore24, your go-to online marketing solution. We've built 2 9-figure companies and we paid out more than $2 billion as commissions to our clients. I would like to give something back by creating these videos, and if you do enjoy them, please hit the notification bell, like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about goal setting. So why do so many people fail at setting goals? For me, it's a lack of clarity. It's because most people don't know what they really want. And most people are way too comfortable and too soft. And most people are not very clear about a useful working goal setting process, because they never have really reached something except for example, getting a job or going to school, finishing school, graduating, etc. But those weren't their own plans really. Those were plans that were given to them. So it's more passive. So in my opinion, there are 2 problems. Lack of a top mindset and lack of a top goal setting process. So what is a top mindset? You truly believe that you can achieve anything you want. You have to believe it. Because if you don't believe that, then you're going to limit yourself all the way through. Secondly, you have to have clarity on what you want. You have to be very clear about what you want. Why? Because when you choose one thing, then something else has to leave. You have to sacrifice something else. For example, if you want the best physique, if you want the best body, if you want to look the best next summer on the beach, then you have to give up junk food or sweets and stuff like that. All that sugar stuff, you have to give it up. So you have to be very clear what you want. Next thing, you have to keep your promises, because if you set a goal, then you have to obviously do something, and you have to keep your promise that you made to yourself or maybe to your friends or to your audience. You have to keep your promise so that you don't fall off. And if you fall off, you have to get right back on track. You always have to have a plan B if anything goes wrong. So again, if you fall off the train, if you want to reach this great physique, but you ate some chocolate on the way, you get right back. You have to plan this. Get right back on track, and maybe you do a fasting day. Maybe you do a day afterwards to punish yourself where you don't eat. It's anyway healthy. It's healthy not to eat from time to time. People do intermittent fasting all the time, so it's a good thing. You have to have a plan B. What happens if you fall off a train? You get right back to it. Or what happens if this doesn't work or that doesn't work? You have to anticipate it. Next thing of a top mindset is you have to be careful who you listen to. There's many gurus out there. You should check their credentials. You should check what they really have accomplished. There's so many actually fitness trainers, fitness advisors, health experts, health advisors who look terrible, who are overweight. Nothing against overweight people, but if you want to give advice to someone else, you have to also walk the walk, not just talk the talk. So be careful who you listen to. They have to be credible, because otherwise you're not going to take their advice serious. It's just like that. It's human nature. Next thing of the top mindset is you have to complete your tasks before you're going to the next. So one of the worst sicknesses today is that people start doing one thing and they get distracted, and then at the end of the day, they start a million tasks, complete nothing, and they're left with nothing. You prevent that by committing, by having the mindset that if you tackle one task, if you work on one task, you have to complete it no matter what. Even if there's difficulties, you have to have this plan B. Again, you understand this mindset, right? Today, I want to introduce you to Ray Dalio's goal setting process in order to help you to succeed. And I want to explain it in my own words and give you some examples here. Why should you listen to Ray Dalio? I'm not even saying listen to me. Ray Dalio is worth $20 billion as of January 1st, 2022. He founded the world's largest hedge fund, which is Bridgewater Associates, which manages $150 billion I think he's very credible. And it's very nice of him that he wants to pass on his knowledge, and he wants in his book Principles, he wants to explain to people like us who also want to become better and become better businessmen or businesswomen, how to get ahead and what to do and how to decide. The whole mindset of Ray Dalio's approach to goal setting is that he sharpens his saw a lot. So this goal setting process will focus on sharpening the saw, really thinking about everything before you start just doing this approach, ready, fire, aim, which is also kind of a good approach to get quick feedback, quick data. But this process of Ray Dalio's that I want to introduce you to is the other opposite, is the other extreme. It focuses very much on preparation, which is kind of good if you are managing 150 billion. You shouldn't just fool around, right? So the more successful you are, the more deliberate you should approach goal setting and anything you do. Step 1, have clear goals. I think that's very clear. You should have a goal, a chief aim that you want to have, that you're willing to do sacrifices for, that you really want, and that's painful not to get. Step 2, identify and do not tolerate problems that stand in your way. This step 2 is that you think about anything that could happen along the way. Example, you want to lose weight. Okay, what could happen? You could fall off the train and eat a cookie or like French fries or whatever, have a full day of indulgence with junk food and sweets. Okay, what do you do then? This could happen. I mean, let's be honest, we're just human, right? What you do then is you just have one day of fasting, for example, to punish you and to get you right back on track. It would be a good measure, and then you probably will be more careful with what you choose. Another thing to prevent that is, okay, get rid of all the sweets and the junk food in your home. So if you prepare your meals in your home, then get rid of the junk food and the sweets so you can snack accidentally. Only have things that you are supposed to eat, and of course, if you can manage it, that taste well enough. So this is, for example, mistakes that you can anticipate and that you can already prepare for. Step 3, accurately diagnose the problems and get to the root causes. For example, let's say you want to get this beach body, and let's say you have tried it before and you know that your biggest problem is your lack of discipline. That you just like after 1 or 2 weeks of losing 1 or 2 calories, your cravings for sugar is so big that you just get right back into it. Then you should think about what's really the root cause. So you have to diagnose. Is it, for example, is it because it's you, or is it because your friends and your family seduce you, for example, and then you fall off? You have to really diagnose it. So I want to lose weight. I want this beach body. Why haven't I achieved it? Because sometimes I cheat with cheat meals. Okay, why do I cheat with cheat meals? Well, because my family, I cannot say to them, I want to be friendly with them. Okay, all right. Step 4, design plans that would get you around them. As a step 4, what you should do is you should make a contingency plan. You should say, hey, for example, if it's your family or your friends, you should tell them very clear, hey, I'm on this diet. This is my goal. Don't seduce me. If you really mean to be my friend, don't even try that, because I'm going to get angry. And if you want to eat something with me, okay, then let's go to a healthy restaurant. Let's not eat junk food or sweets or anything like that. Let's eat something that tastes good and is healthy, and then we can have our social experience together, right? This was step 4. So you have to design a plan to get around your problems that you will encounter. And again, you have the mindset that you will not tolerate the problem. You will get around it because you've designed it. And the 5th step, of course, is just implement what you know, just implement what you have designed and move towards your goal. And on the way, you will encounter new problems, and then you can design solutions to those new problems.